This is my very first time in a P-series on a gravel road, and we are testing the screws together. It might be a little bit too hard for my bum right now. What's the end? I don't know what's happening right now. Okay, I'm not comfortable. Okay, so as I was saying, yep. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Ibua and I appreciate that you're here with me today. Look, we have the GWMP series. For those who have been on this channel long enough, you know that we've been covering the P series for quite some time. And this one is the latest version that they brought to us, which is the limited. And yeah, let me sit down before we go in to what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm not going to take time. As I've said, I've already covered the P-series quite extensively, and this particular limited one, we do have a walk around on the channel already. You can start with that video before you come here, or you can just continue right now because I'll do a mini walk around to show you what changed. I'm not going to take time though, and then we're going to take it to the road and we're going to talk about the feelings, of course. Let's do it. So let's quickly look at what changed. And from the front, you'll see, of course, this thing looks rugged. This thing looks rugged. From the time you just look at that snorkel, which is helping with cleaning the dust. And also, of course, it's going to assist you when you go into the water and so on. So that's one thing that it helps with. Come down here, you'll realize that now this bumper has changed. They deleted that bumper that looks a little bit soft, gave us this steel one. This thing is steel. Yep. And yeah, it assists in how this car looks. I mean, right now it looks so rugged. Come down here, you will realize that now it has a winch. Last I checked, they said this winch is capable of pulling 4 tons. I don't know when, like I can't get 4 tons to pull it to prove it to you, but just believe it because they said it. Until then you get in trouble, you will know. Otherwise, coming back up, you'll see that a lot has not changed in front. Of course, the grille has changed in how they designed it, because this one now is like it's blacked out. Is it black? Whatever color that is. But they changed the grille as well to make it more aggressive. Otherwise, they deleted the fog lamps down there, but the day running lights are remaining. The LEDs are remaining as they are. Coming down here, you will see that now this comes with all-terrain tires. Still 18-inch, but the rim has changed. I love these black rims. They make it look, yeah, it looks the part. Then, of course, you can see with the big cladding on the side that they mean business, especially for paint protection when you're going off-road, because this thing is definitely meant for off-road. They're saying it's the king of off-road, but of course I can't confirm that. Come down here, you will see this still side step. Yeah, this is a side. I call it a side step. I know there's many names for this thing. Steel as well. There's a lot of steel that is being used here. This thing is like it's made from the steel that is used to make the old steam trains, man. It looks rugged like that. Coming to the rear, you'll see this sports bar. This sports bar, I've seen something like this from the Ford Ranger FX4, of course, so maybe there was inspiration from there, but this one is actually looks quite cool here compared to the FX4. And then on top you'll see as well there's now the roof racks, the black ones as well. And then coming down here, the rear bumper, yep, it has changed again. There are elements of steel and plastic inlets that are helping you then to have a step from the side compared to the step that you looked at, the one that I opened earlier. Of course, that one has always been there on the P series, but now you can also access it from the side. I think that's all. I'm not entirely sure if it comes rubberized in the bin right there, but by bin I mean load bay, of course. I don't know if it comes rubberized, but I think it does come standard rubberized. Everything that you're seeing here is actually standard. Let's jump inside and check what changed. All right, now inside, from the design point of view, you're not going to see any changes whatsoever. But what you're going to notice is that we have new buttons here. And one of the most interesting ones is of course, this particular one that is about trail turn assist. So what it does is, when you trying to turn, especially when you're off-road, it's quite difficult to get a good turning point. But when you're trying to turn and you're off-road, this thing can lock this wheel at the back depending on which side you're turning on, and it's not necessarily turning like all the other wheels, allowing you to turn quite closer to wherever you want to turn to. So it's reducing the turning cycle. I don't remember by how much, but anyway, I don't think it matters, because you just need to know if it's going to make the turn or not. Otherwise, from that point, that's all there is to the changes. Did I miss anything? Yeah, of course I missed something. Now the P series, you know, the normal P series is a full-time 4x4, but this one, of course, you have selectable modes. Let me just start it here. You will see what I'm talking about. See the stuff that is turning on there. Now you can put it on 4 low, 2 high, 4 high, and then there's extra modes that you can just take there. Let's just check what are those. If I jump here, you get sand mode, you get snow, you get okay, yes, PSCU, you get mud as well. So that's what you're getting right now. And now we're going to, of course, take it to the road and see how it goes. Let's go. All right, we are on the way now, and the very first thing you're going to notice, you put it power down, it's like you're asking it for too much when you're putting it like that. Like when you pull it hard, it's like it's saying, no, you know what, you're asking me for too much. It starts to feel a little bit heavy, but that's precisely because this car is coming with a 2-liter 120 kilowatts 400 newton meters of torque. I'm not expecting it to blow my mind away, because this is single turbo, of course, but what I'm feeling in this car is that it's a little bit different. It's a little bit punchy compared to the normal one, which I expected this one to feel a little bit heavy. I'm not sure if they tuned it or it's just me, because I've been in this car for some time. And one thing that you need to be aware of is that when it comes to the ADAS system in here, it doesn't matter what, it's like it's default. When you have to turn it off, you have to go into the screen and then go into car settings while you're driving, by the way, and then go to lane support system, and then you have to say lane keep assist off. And that thing, for some people, it might be a little bit bothersome, because, you know, when you're starting to drive, it's like it's trying to teach you, hey, you know, I'm going to help you to drive here. If I say centering right now, it's going to try as much as possible, of course, to just, you know, steer the car into place. And if I left it like this, it's going to start as like this, as as standard. That means every time I'm driving, it's trying to correct my leveling in this case. That's something that is a little bit bothersome, because you have to fiddle through the screen to actually get this thing going. But once it's your car, you're gonna know where it is, and it's not gonna take you that much time to actually get it. Yeah, I don't think it will take you that much time. But on the road like this, one thing that you're going to notice straight away is that the suspension. Yeah, this suspension is a little bit stiff. It's a little bit stiff for my liking, but for someone who prefers a bakkie that feels hardcore, they're not necessarily going to find themselves complaining that much when it comes to how this car drives. I'm on the fence, because for me, if I'm looking for a bakkie that I'm going to be using for lifestyle, and I'm going to be doing the hardcore stuff with, if I'm doing the hardcore stuff, I'm okay with the suspension that is rough like this. But if I'm going to live with it every day in the city and so on, it might be a little bit too hard for my bum right now. And that's something that you just need to be aware of, especially when you're living with this car every day. If you want to just see how I experienced it for the first time, how I drove it, how I was enjoying it as well, you can go to the other videos to see how this car is. But otherwise, right now I'm going onto the gravel road for the very first time in a P-series, and there is no drama at all. What I'm going to do right now is just to put it on 4H, and then once it engages, I don't need a lot of issues here. Why is it saying ESP off? Because right now I am just on 4H. I don't know why. Probably just for grip. It doesn't want disturbance on all the wheels. But hey, we're going right now. This is my very first time in a P-series on a gravel road, and we are testing the screws together. Woo-hoo-wee. You know, on gravel, you feel more alive. Okay. It says I must drive carefully, guys. So we must be careful with this. It says we must be careful. But otherwise, we are here right now, and yeah, the way it feels right now, it's I don't know why this thing is stepping like the look. Look at how it assumes that all the ups and downs on gravel are emergency. Immediately it does this, and that's something that you need to realize about the P-series as well. When you are driving a P-series, you need to be aware of all the beeps, all the warning signs, because one thing that bothered me actually when I was driving it is that even with the, what is this thing now, the park assist, that the sensors at the rear, whenever you are at the traffic light and there's a car that is coming behind you, this thing, whether you are on drive and you're not on reverse, it's still beeping that there is an obstacle behind you. I understand that for some people that might be like, okay, because I mean, that's what I expect. The car needs to warn me that I don't have to go back. But at the same time, I think this seat at the back is disturbing me a bit. Let me just stop quickly, look around, and take it down before we go. Okay, there you go. Just go down so that I can see what's happening behind me. Okay, so as I was saying, this AVM system, it's a little bit disturbing, but last I checked, you can actually turn it off. LSS, traffic sign information, lane departure warning, AVM settings, automatic open. Let's turn it off and see then when we are driving slow what's then going to happen. But we are on our way now yet again. Okay, what is that? Is it on manual? Sorry, GWM. Okay, so now we are on. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm entirely comfortable with how I'm feeling right now, as much as this is my first time in the P-series on a place like this. What is that is moving? Is this a seatbelt? Okay, because once I start feeling like the screws are making noise, there's rattles, I don't get comfortable with my journey on gravel like this. This is a rough gravel, and I'm expecting this car to be much better because that's what they sold us. I mean, it's sitting on all-terrain tires. I'm not supposed to be panicking whatsoever. But right now, I'm not sure about the grip because now the ESP is even off. I don't know if this is the standard when it comes to the P-series, but I expected at least for me to have some element of protection, but right now I'm not protected despite the car being on 4H. Okay, the sun is just getting into me. Yeah, I don't know what else is moving, but I think it's just the seat belt, and this side as well there's something that is rattling. I'm not sure what that is, but let's see how far can you go. There's a rough road. Yo. Okay, I think we can punch it a bit now and see how it performs. Okay, sorry people with the dust. Madam Pseries, I'm trying. I'm careful. I'm trying. Yo, I'm not sure if it's the road or what, but the grip, I feel like it's running away from me a bit, man. Why is it doing this? Because it's supposed to be gripping from all wheels. But seriously, I feel like if I was to curve like sharply right now, the tail is going to be just laying towards the end. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay, I'm not comfortable. This literally is my first experience in the P-series, and I'm not necessarily comfortable. I don't know if there's something that I need to check here. I don't know if the P-series is something that is confusing me in terms of the settings here. Car settings, driving settings, cross-country expert. If I say all off, ESC settings involve active safety function. Are you sure? But what the hell? What am I not? Off-road thermal management mode. What is that? I've seen it on, guys, I don't know what is off-road thermal management mode, but I've seen it on the stuff here. What am I doing today? Drive mode memory. All on. This settings disable the current sub-brake state, but it says off here. Is disabled in the current sub-brake state. All off? Yes, let's say off. Cross-country expert mode. But I said all off. Are you sure you want to change the current setting? Then I said yes. But cross-country expert mode. This I've seen, of course. Think people are saying I should. Let me see here. Let me hold it. Because some people are saying they're holding it for some time. And it will turn that cross-country expert mode on. Hey man, I'm not an expert in these things. I don't want to lose my grip. Let me put on 2H and see what and how it behaves. Because right now, it doesn't feel like something that I am used to, even for someone who's driving on gravel for so long. Let me see, because now I have ESP, but that means I'm only driving on rear wheels. It's not necessarily a hard gravel that requires me to go crazy, but let's see how it handles this. Let's see how it handles this. I can't see. Yeah, now this is a crazy gravel, but they said it's the king of off-road, so I'm expecting it to be much better than a lot of cars that I've driven on gravel. Ooh, okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, it feels much better on 2H, which is very surprising actually. I didn't expect it to feel this much better. It feels like it has grip. I'm a little bit more confident right now compared to when I was on 4H. Okay. Oh yeah, GWM. Hey, this was normal to me, and this is what I expected of the 4H. I don't know, guys. Maybe there's a way that I need to turn on stuff and off, because I know that off-road country expert mode, it's mostly for when you want to do the hard stuff, and here I just wanted grip on all four wheels and that's it. Okay, this is a little bit more confident now. I'm not, it doesn't even feel like the tail is misbehaving on 2H. I mean, come on, look at that. Tap up the brake and this thing is already saying, hey, emergency is happening. Okay. Guys, this is just our experience with the P-series. I'm not necessarily going to be giving you anything different today, because where we are right now, we've reviewed this P-series over and over. We've driven it on the road quite a lot, and today is mainly just about seeing how it behaves, especially when you're on the road with it like this. And that gravel was a little bit gruesome for this car. Okay, let me just stop here before we go and make sure that, Woo-wee, Mustang. Okay, yeah, so that was the gravel experience, our very first one in the P series. There was no need to lock anything, do anything. I just put it on 4H, and I didn't necessarily enjoy it because of the cross-country expert mode. But right now, because I'm on 2H, it felt a little bit much better. I don't know why is that, because I expected 2H to be worse. So yeah, that's the P series on the gravel road.